From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. We have flooding, winds, and warmer temperatures to talk about. So for this segment, we're going to focus in obviously on the moderate river flooding through Sunday. It's why there's a first alert weather day in place. And for this morning, still tracking some light rainfall and snowfall up in the Cascades. Also light rainfall that's kind of like telling back into the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, into the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains. A current look at the Natchez River near Natchez. It's already in flood stage this morning. Expecting it to get into moderate flood stage and then sort of ebb and flow after that. So for the Natchez River near Natchez, moderate flooding is possible from Cliffdale downstream to Yakima. For the Yakima River at Antietam, there will be flooding in pastures along the river per the National Weather Service Pendleton official river forecast. For the Yakima River near Parker, there will be flooding of farmland and county roads. Some homes and buildings will be flooded, and there will be significant riverbank and topsoil erosion. And finally, for the Yakima River at Kiona, there will be moderate flooding of farmland, roads, and some residential areas, especially in the West Richland area. So that's the flooding component of this. I'll talk about the wind component of this for tonight into Wednesday and Thursday coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, drivers in Richland facing lane closures this week as crews wrap up improvements on South George Washington Way. Coming up, we'll show you where the biggest impacts will be and what drivers need to know. Plus, Sunnyside's mayor is stepping down after more than a decade in office. We sat down and spoke with him. And coming up, we'll have why family played a big role in his decision and his advice for the next council. And Yakima County is holding a public hearing on its 5-year homelessness housing plan, and now residents can provide input and help shape the strategy. We'll tell you how coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Tuesday, December 9th. We're going to get right into your top stories and we're starting off in Richland. That's where drivers will see lane closures this week as crews wrap up the South George Washington Way improvements project. The city says wind and rain has now delayed final striping, so intermittent lane closures will continue through December 14th. The biggest impacts come Wednesday night into Thursday morning when crews install final striping and also a new crosswalk at G-Way and Columbia Point Drive. Columbia Point Drive will be closed with detours in place, and some lanes on G-Way may temporarily shut down. Officials are urging drivers to slow down and watch out for workers. Now to fire watch and staying in Richland. Fire crews responded to a restaurant, and this was after smoke was reported in the dining area. Several units rushed to Porter's Real Barbecue around 10:30 yesterday morning. This was on G-Way. Dispatchers received reports of a burning plastic smell in the banquet room, but thankfully no fire was found. Firefighters did discover light smoke, and they called for additional units suspecting a possible structure fire.
Initial reports were that there was a smell of burning plastic inside the banquet room. Based on the details, we upgraded this to a possible structure fire, which provided some more units. On arrival, we found light smoke in the banquet room with no obvious source. We're thinking it's potentially the HVAC system at this time, and that's why we have the platform going to the roof to check the HVAC system.
The restaurant was able to reopen as normal for the rest of the day, but fire officials are reminding business owners to have HVAC systems inspected twice a year, and this is to prevent damage or any fires. And turning to the roadways now, where a man is dead after a fiery crash near Sunnyside. Deputies say around 4:35 a.m. on Saturday, crews found a car fully engulfed in flames in a canal off of East Edison Road. Once the fire was out, they found a single occupant inside who died from their injuries. The driver is believed to be a 21-year-old man from Sunnyside, though his actual identity has not yet been confirmed. Investigators say speed caused the driver to lose control and shear off a guardrail on the canal bridge. Now to Yakima County, we turn to Wapato, where an investigation is underway after 2 men died in a crash involving a train. Washington State Patrol responded to the scene near the city limits on North Wapato Avenue. This was just before 3:45 p.m. Troopers discovered a pickup truck had been struck by a southbound train, and both occupants, a 29-year-old and a 32-year-old, both from Wapato, were pronounced dead at the scene. The investigation revealed the truck was traveling southwest on North Wapato Avenue, and it did not stop at the railway crossing before that collision. 6:04, and turning now to the politics of Sunnyside, where a chapter is quietly drawing to a close. Mayor Dean Broersma, a member of the Sunnyside City Council since 2013 and mayor for the past 4 years, offers a moment of reflection on his journey as he prepares to step away from the spotlight. Mayor Broersma did not seek re-election for his council seat. As the year winds down, Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia brings us a story that's both reflective and hopeful.
Broersma says after serving the city for over a decade, he finds himself in the crossroads of a bittersweet farewell.
There's a part of me that's ready to be done. I can spend more time with my family, with my grandkids, which is absolutely one of the funnest things that I do. But at the same time, I'm going to miss that involvement and being part of what's going on and envisioning and all those types of things. I'm going to miss that.
Family has been the heart of his decision, a new generation calling for his presence.
I'm expecting a 12th grandchild. Quite honestly, I want to spend time with those kids. I don't want to have to be worried about being home in time for meetings. I don't want to be distracted from my city job I'm always going to prioritize my grandkids, I'm sorry. And so I think that I just wanted to do some different things and go in a different direction.
While there are things he wishes might have played out differently, Mayor Broersma chooses to focus forward, offering his wisdom to the next leader of Sunnyside.
Talk to real people. When you're at the Cinco de Mayo, talk to the vendors, talk to people who are walking the streets, and you're going to get a real good perspective of what's going on in the city and what people think about what's going on in the city.
He also stresses the importance of fairness and open dialogue in leadership.
You've got to make sure that all sides are heard equally. Everybody's got equal airtime. And so you have to force yourself to be a little bit neutral up until a certain point. I mean, it's fine to express your opinion, but you can't, what's the word I'm looking for? You can't bully your way forward. You've got to allow everybody to speak.
Looking ahead to the new council, he underscores the vital need for unity.
We've seen too many instances where the inability to find common ground has really stopped us from making the progress that we need to make. And for council to actually accomplish the things that they would love to accomplish, it's important that they find that common ground. That doesn't mean that you're putting your own opinions and your own ideas to the side, but rather finding ways to work together and get the job done.
Beyond policies and meetings, it's the connections with Sunnyside's youth and community that has fueled his passion over the years. As the calendar turns, his final day as mayor will be December 31st of this year. Reporting in Sunnyside, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
As for who will step into that role next in Sunnyside, that decision will rest in the hands of the new council in January. And that's when they'll vote to choose their next leader. And of course, we'll continue to follow each step of the way. So be sure to stay with us both on air and online as we bring you the latest details. 6:07, and looking ahead today, Yakima County officials are meeting this morning to take public comments on the county's 5-year homeless housing strategic plan. The public is encouraged to attend. The hearing starts at 10 this morning in the county commissioner's basement conference room in Yakima, and there is a Zoom option available. The plan will lay out the county's strategy and goals for addressing homelessness, and it guides how funding decisions are made. Again, anybody can attend and share their input. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, if you feel like cold weather has your skin feeling rough, you're not imagining it. Dermatologists say there is relief in store though, and we're sharing the simple steps that you can take to help protect your skin. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will be back with your first alert weather forecast. That is all on the other side of the break.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Jordan.
Thanks, guys.
Because when you feel protected, you can dream fearlessly.
Go long.
Bundle and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Merry Christmas.
From Griggs and Ace.
Our family has been a part of this community since 1939.
Working and living in this area for over 86 years.
We've had the pleasure of serving and working with thousands of you over the years.
And most of all, we have been fortunate to serve you.
So thank you.
Thank you to our employees, past and present.
Thank you for choosing to shop with us for 86 years.
We want to wish you all a blessed holiday season.
And from the Greek family, Merry Christmas.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Want your home or business to remain clean? Here to meet all your janitorial needs, R&S Janitorial Services. They have serviced the Valley for over 20 years, specialized in cleaning all offices and businesses to warehouses, commercial buildings, and more. R&S keeps the inside of your business or workplace clean and professional at all times. You keep doing what you do best and let R&S do the rest. Call R&S Janitorial Services at 509-840-7100 today.
Another Yakima winter is right around the corner. Call Vance Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today and take advantage of our Cozy Comfort Bundle. You'll get a furnace system check, as well as a whole home electrical inspection for just $116. This winter, don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, we want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of our patients. It's been a pleasure to serve you and to improve your smiles. So, from all of us to you and yours, happy holidays and a very Merry Christmas.
Life's better when you're under our roof, because we're as committed to protecting your dreams as you are to taking care of them.
Looking good.
Bundle home and auto and save up to 40%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Fly the Northwest with the ladies of WSU Crew tonight at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Wanted to update you on our Cascade passes very quickly. Compact snow, US 12 at White Pass, traction tires required. And then for Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass, it's snowy, it's slushy, traction tires are advised. We do have a road closure on I-90 eastbound, exit 34 east of North Bend. This would be due to a mudslide. We've also seen closures on State Route 10, and we'll continue to monitor that on the WashDOT website. Okay. Current wind gusts this morning starting to calm down for lower elevations. We said that was going to be the trend for this morning, but they're going to come back for tonight into Wednesday and Thursday. So for tonight, 35-mile-per-hour gusts for the Bluefoot Hills in the lower Columbia Basin. For tomorrow, now we're looking at 35 to 40 miles per hour. For Yakima, for the Tri-Cities, for Pendleton, for Walla Walla. Wednesday night, still looking rambunctious out there. Then by the time we get to Thursday, still going to be breezy, but at this point, looks like we'll start to get on that downward swing of the gustiest stuff. Okay, and the wind gusts are doing us a favor when it comes to temperatures. Not feeling half bad out there this morning. 40s and 50s for lower elevations. A little bit later today, our highs are going to stay in the 40s and 50s, but highs jumping up into the 60s by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday. Look at this, our forecast high of 65 for Wednesday for the Tri-Cities. That's about 20 to 25 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. And even as things stabilize into this weekend, we'll still be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal. But we have a lot more to say about the potential for river flooding along the Natchez and Yakima through Sunday. We'll talk about that more coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Looking to your health headlines now. It's the largest organ in our bodies. We're talking about your skin, and during this time of year, the dipping temperatures can wreak havoc on our skin. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither is speaking to a dermatologist on how we can all help protect our skin this winter season.
It's the season of dry skin, and if you're feeling the itch, you're not alone.
The cold temperatures outside, the high heat, and the low humidity, all of those factors play a role into making our skin more dry and more sensitive.
Dr. Susan Masick with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says there are ways to protect your skin and provide some relief. She says it starts with hydration.
You want to moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. You can never moisturize enough.
Masick says most products out there are effective. Emollients and ointments like petroleum jelly can help seal moisture into the skin. Creams that have more oil than water can replenish skin to keep it healthy.
Lotions tend to have more water, and so they are able to glide on the skin more easily than creams, but creams and ointments are more moisturizing.
And when outdoors, she says to cover up to make sure your skin isn't exposed to the elements. Inside, consider using a humidifier and avoid taking long, hot showers. Keep it lukewarm and shorter. She says to also pay attention to what you're washing with.
And make sure we're using mild soaps, gentle cleansers, avoid the really harsh astringents, toners, perfumes, scented types of cleansers that can actually help irritate the skin.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Dr. Masick says that it's a good idea to adjust your skincare routine this time of year, adding additional moisturizer, but continuing to use sunscreen daily, even in the winter. All right, keep it here because coming up next, Josh Colbreth is back with how your weather is looking for the rest of the week. Will we see more rainfall? I believe so. He'll have all the details in that First Alert weather forecast right after the break.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get two.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
Great homes start with great appliances, and great appliances start at Fred's Appliance. Swing into Fred's Appliance and shop the full line of KitchenAid. From refrigerators to ovens, every KitchenAid appliance is on sale now. Like this KitchenAid dishwasher. Now save over $500. With the largest in-stock get-it-today inventory in the region and price match guarantee, Fred's makes upgrading your home easy. Family owned since 1962, we are your local appliance expert. Fred's Appliance, local like you.
More Furniture has partnered with local nonprofit organizations to help our customers remove unwanted furniture from their homes. When you replace a room with more, we'll pick up your old items and donate them locally. Simply make a purchase, snap a photo of your donation, and we'll take care of the rest when your new items are delivered. What could be more win-win than clearing your space and making a difference in your community? Visit your local showroom for details.
Not sure what to wrap this Christmas? Try wrapping a full day of fun. For just $30, give them the thrill of one day of unlimited carnival rides and an admission ticket to the 2026 Benton Franklin Fair, August 25th to 29th. Choose a youth package with a cuddly stuffed animal or an adult package tucked in a festive stocking. It's a deal too good to last. Find them now through Christmas Eve at Ranch and Home in Kennewick and Pasco. Supplies are limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. The 2026 Benton Franklin Fair. Give them a day they'll never forget.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello, Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
The Snake River in the Palouse.
Just to be out here on water every day.
Fly the Northwest over the ladies of WSU crew.
It's a beautiful place. It doesn't always cooperate, but we learn how to keep rowing no matter what.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Next live, Mila Kunis from the latest Knives Out mystery. Plus High Potential's Taryn Killam. And it's Gift Bargains Week.
And they look very cool on you.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Kraken, Mammoths. Coverage begins at 6 Friday on My Network TV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is a First Alert weather day through Sundays. We'll have that potential for moderate river flooding along both the Natchez and the Yakima rivers. Here's the atmospheric setup for that as we have this really train of storm systems that's just taking aim at the Washington Cascade. So we'll go ahead and we'll put this into motion with Futurecast radar. I'm just going to step off the screen, let this play out for today as it is going to rain pretty much all day across the entirety of the region. And then into tomorrow, you'll notice that lower elevations trending drier. Definitely not going to be nearly as wet for tomorrow, but look at the Cascades, just continuing to see rainfall, at times moderate to heavy rainfall, and at times some snow mixing in, mainly above pass level over the next 48 hours. But we will show you some of those snowfall totals here in just a bit. Let's hone in on the Tri-Cities for today. Your umbrella cast, you're almost certainly going to need it as we get closer and closer to dinner time, and then starting to trend a little bit drier after that. Of course, you can see hour by hour precip chances for your exact home address by downloading the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. Like you saw in Futurecast, a good deal drier for lower elevations for Wednesday and Thursday, nearly entirely dry for Friday and Saturday, and then we start to trend a little bit wetter again as we head into next week. We will deal with that next week. Okay, here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting from this morning through Saturday afternoon. Still another 5 to 7 inches of rainfall to go in the Cascades, so that's going to fill up the Yakima Basin. Those river levels will rise, and of course, we will be tracking that flooding potential very closely. We'll have a lot more to say about that coming up in the next half hour. Okay, some of the snowfall totals we're expecting from this morning through this evening, maybe just a couple more inches for mountain passes. I'm not so much concerned about the snow, definitely concerned about the rain and the flooding potential though. So here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. The possibility for river flooding along the Yakima Thursday through Sunday, especially in West Richland. In Yakima, moderate river flooding along the Natchez and Yakima today through Friday. And in Ellensburg, also tracking the potential of moderate river flooding Tuesday through Friday. In Hermiston, rain likely today, winds picking up tonight into tomorrow. And finally, for Walla Walla, rain likely today, then a bit drier for Wednesday and Thursday. But look at those high temperatures, 64 and 60 for Wednesday and Thursday.
Thank you, Josh. And check this out now. It's a remarkable rescue in Virginia after 2 window washers were stranded 15 stories above ground.
And it was all caught on video. Take a look. Oh, that is so scary.
Oh, no.
Well, their scaffolding had a mechanical failure, leaving the basket hanging at a precarious angle off the side of this building. A rescue crew from the Fairfax County Fire Department was brought in to help.
Rescue workers had to lower themselves down from the roof of the building using a rope system to retrieve the workers. It took 2 trips to get them back to the ground safely. Thankfully, nobody was injured. Yeah, no. I'm not too afraid of heights, but that's a scary situation for anybody involved. Yeah.
Heights are my kryptonite, so like you probably can't see it from the camera, but there's a lot of clammy residue on the desk.
All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Golden Globe nominations just dropped and there's a clear front runner. One battle after another dominates the field, while big titles like Sentimental Value, Sinners, and The White Lotus stack up major nods. We'll have the full breakdown coming up in your entertainment news.
Too much turkey? Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row. Find huge savings store-wide. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus 60 months no-interest financing. The extended Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Merry Christmas to you and yours from Daikin, everyone at Bruce Heating and Air. We're proud to be in your community. We wish you a safe holiday and all the best in the new year.
Today, too many of us walk away from our primary care appointments feeling rushed and unheard.
We were frustrated too, so we decided to change the quality of healthcare here in the Tri-Cities.
At Primary Care at the PC, we take the time to truly listen. With 1 hour-long appointments, we care about the whole you. You don't have to be a member to be our patient, but once you're here, you might want to be.
Now welcoming new patients. Book your appointments online or call us at 509-783-5465. Primary Care at the PC. Play hard, live well.
Some know it as prime rib. Officially, it's called a ribeye roast. We call ours divine. Tender, mouth-watering Hereford beef, aged to perfection for 5 weeks and never frozen. Oven ready and easy. Divine beef ribeye roast, tied and seasoned at your request. Reserve yours now, exclusively at Yolk's Fresh Markets.
Next
HDT, our exclusive onset with the men of The Housemaid. Plus, Leona Lewis is bleeding love for Las Vegas, our exclusive behind the scenes of her new residency.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. And for a limited time, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 60 months no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Fly the Northwest with the ladies of WSU Crew tonight at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, Paramount has launched a hostile takeover bid for Warner Brothers Discovery.
Paramount CEO David Ellison says he believes when shareholders vote, they'll see his offer is better than the purchase deal Netflix announced Friday. The proposed Netflix deal caught Hollywood insiders by surprise, as Paramount was widely expected to be the front runner for Warner Brothers.
Netflix offered $27.75 per share just for Warner Brothers and HBO. Paramount offered $30 per share in an all-cash deal for the entire company. Netflix believes the eventual spinoff of WBD's cable assets will be worth several dollars per share that'll ultimately be worth more than Paramount's offer. The drama continues.
Yeah, it does. Well, in more Hollywood headlines, Jimmy Kimmel has renewed his contract with Disney-owned ABC to continue hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live. A source says Kimmel signed a one-year extension to take his late-night show through May 2027.
Earlier this year, Kimmel was caught in the middle of the country's political divide when ABC executives temporarily pulled his show. The move came after his comments during a monologue about Charlie Kirk's suspected killer.
Hollywood quickly rallied around Kimmel, boycotting Disney, and the show was brought back.
Finally, in your entertainment news, nominations for the 83rd Golden Globes Awards were announced yesterday morning. One battle after another is the lead contender for the awards, with 9 nominations total. The film stars Leonardo DiCaprio and it's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, who both received nods for acting and directing.
The film's Sentimental Value and Sinners had 8 and 7 nominations each. As for television, The White Lotus leads for most nominations with 6 total. Then the Netflix hit Adolescence with 5.
The 2026 awards show will air live Sunday, January 11th, and it will be hosted by comedian Nikki Glaser. I'm happy to hear about White Lotus, Sinners, and then what was the other one that I really liked? I think that was actually it. All my favorites. Any of those? Your favorites?
I haven't seen any of them, but do you remember when it was a thing that like Leo hadn't gotten an Oscar
Yes.
yet?
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped into my brain. I'm like, oh, hopefully he gets another one.
Yeah, it's so hard to.
And now he does, though. I'm pretty sure he got one. Yeah,
he got one for The Reverend. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he's gotten another one since then, but like he deserves to have one.
Right. Yeah. Do it. All right, keep it here because coming up next, WSU is expanding its AI training program with a new multi-part series for working professionals. We'll show you what the workshops will cover and how they're helping people use AI in their jobs. Also, work is underway on a brand new Wapato High School to replace a decades-old building. After the break, we'll show you the upgrades that students will get. All that is coming up in your 6:30 half hour.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
The holiday season is in full swing at Shelby's Floral. Shelby's invites you to celebrate the joys of Christmas. Step into a wondrous world filled with the magic of the holiday season. Discover beautiful holiday decor, seasonal centerpieces, and gifts that capture the spirit of giving. Let Shelby's inspire you with a beautiful custom arrangement to complement your seasonal style. At Shelby's, we can bring your home to life with the joys of Christmas. Celebrating 50 years of holiday giving. Come visit Shelby's Floral on Clearwater in Kennewick.
The Kia Season of New Tradition sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Get an additional rebate when you purchase any new 2025 Niro, Seltos, Sorrento, Sportage, or select Tellurides in stock, including hybrid and PHEV models. Get a 2025 Telluride EX X-Line all-wheel drive for just $46,617 and 0.9% for 60 months. Overturf Kia, Highway I-182 and Road 100 exit on St. Thomas Drive, Pasco.
More
Furniture has partnered with local nonprofit organizations to help our customers remove unwanted furniture from their homes. When you replace a room with more, we'll pick up your old items and donate them locally. Simply make a purchase, snap a photo of your donation, and we'll take care of the rest when your new items are delivered. What could be more win-win than clearing your space and making a difference in your community? Visit your local showroom for details.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
Atomic Health pays me to do the in-home, I guess nursing or the things I do to help out, so we don't need a nurse. Meds, cooking, cleaning, getting them to doctor's appointments, picking up prescriptions, whatever else needs to be done. So at least once a month or whenever I need her, Sarah or whatever nurse is available comes to our house. If I have a worry that I'm not sure if he needs to go to the doctor, she comes and advises me and does an assessment and tells me if there's anything I need to do different, or I don't know that I could do this without him.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not.
'Tis the season for festive fun on ABC and Apple Valley News Now.
Are you with me?
With the best lineup of holiday shows.
Let's spread some cheer.
Holiday Magic.
Merry Christmas to all.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care. E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, we're seeing quite a bit of rainfall.
Yes.
Potential flooding.
So much so, yeah, that our rivers are going to rise. Some getting into the minor flood stage, some getting into the moderate flood stage. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Our big weather stories, the flooding, the winds, and it is quite balmy out there for this time of the year. And it will continue to be that way, well, really over the next 7 days, but especially balmy for Wednesday and Thursday with those highs getting in the 60s. But let's touch more on the potential for river flooding through Sunday. It's why we have a first alert weather day in place this morning. Still tracking some light rain and snow in the Cascades. Also some light rainfall now back building into the lower Columbia Basin. So a light rainfall right now in Hermiston and into Pendleton, Walla Walla, and up into the Blue Mountains. The Natchez River now is in a moderate flood stage, and it'll continue to kind of hover around that level over the next handful of days. So here's an update on the flooding. The Natchez River near Natchez, moderate flooding is possible from Cliffdale downstream to Yakima. Then for the Yakima River at Amtanum, there will be flooding in pastures along the river. For the next one here is the Yakima River near Parker. There will be flooding of farmland and county roads. Some homes and buildings will be flooded, and there will be significant riverbank and topsoil erosion. And finally, for the Yakima River at Kiona, there will be moderate flooding of farmland, roads, and some residential areas, especially in the West Richland area. So we'll continue to say more about this all throughout this week. More to say about the winds coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We begin this half hour of news in education. Construction is moving forward on the brand new Pace High School in Wapato, replacing a campus that's nearly a century old. Work on the new building started about 5 months ago, and this came after years of studies showed the original 1930s campus had outlived its life expectancy. District leaders say maintaining the old building was costing nearly as much as replacing it. The new high school will be just under 20,000 square feet with a full gym, an updated commons area, and admin areas, also 11 modern classrooms. The project is funded through a $33 million bond that voters approved, along with state matching dollars to address aging schools across the district.
The need for the building has been around for a long time. It was identified 8 to 10 years ago before I came to work at the district. But within the last 4 to 5 years, we became very serious about replacing this building.
The new Pace High School is set to open in summer of 2026, with students moving in that fall. And in more education news, WSU's Cougar Tracks program is expanding its AI training, rolling out a new multi-part series designed to help people better understand and use artificial intelligence. The program is building on 2 well-received generative AI essentials workshops that were held last fall, where participants said they wanted deeper training and more practical tools. The new 7-part series will cover everything from AI ethics to prompt engineering, plus how different industries can apply the technology in their day-to-day work. Cougar Tracks says the goal is to give working professionals clear, hands-on guidance as AI becomes more common in both personal and professional settings.
We are working hard to find ways to bridge the gap between the theory to application so that our students and our staff feel empowered to ethically use AI.
The series is expected to launch in March or April, with enrollment details coming soon. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, DeSales finally breaks through with the state championship, and after last year's heartbreak, the win feels a little sweeter. We'll take you inside the victory when we talk local sports after the break.
Kraken Mammoths coverage begins at 6 Friday on My Network TV.
Merry Christmas.
From Griggs and Ace. Our family has been a part of this community since 1939.
Working and living in this area for over 86 years.
We've had the pleasure of serving and working with thousands of you over the years.
And most of all, we have been fortunate to serve you. So thank you. Thank you to our employees, past and present.
Thank you for choosing to shop with us for 86 years. We want to wish you all a blessed holiday season. And from the Grigg family, Merry Christmas.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Deliver joy with Northern Quest gift cards. Good for dining, shopping, hotel stays, and more. It's what's on everyone's wish list this holiday season. So choose their favorite venue or their favorite color, because the Maslow's gift card will give a great Larive massage too. Available online or at Northern Quest, Kalispell Golf and Country Club, or Kalispell Casino. Snag a limited edition holiday card today at Northern Quest. Gift cards at northernquest.com.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Aw, come on! Leftovers are for quitters! That's why the Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. And for a limited time, the more you buy, the more you save. Take $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Save up to $400 on Doctor's Choice Elite adjustable mattress sets. Plus 60 months no interest financing and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Black Friday Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Enter Santa's Big Give and maybe win $500 from Coca-Cola of Yakima Tri-Cities or a $200 gift card from Bank CDA. Enter at contests on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Win big from Coca-Cola, Bank CDA, and Apple Valley News Now.
These are Apple Valley News Now cruisers, and they go where news happens. Because Apple Valley News Now is everywhere you need us to be.
Reporting live here in downtown Richland.
In Yakima.
From Kennewick.
We're Apple Valley News Now, and we're on your side.
Always on your side.
Apple Valley News Now welcomes My Network TV, a new channel with the Seattle Kraken, plus great shows. After rescanning your set, watch us on broadcast channels 35.5 and 42.5. The new My Network TV from Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Just a quick word on our mountain passes. US Highway 12 at White Pass, compact snow, traction tires required. And then for this would be Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass, snowy and slushy, traction tires advised. We Have seen a road closure this morning on I-90 eastbound, exit 34 east of North Bend. This would be due to a mudslide. Also, we've seen some closures on State Route 10 in Kittitas County due to debris on the roadways. Okay, wind gusts this morning have calmed down for lower elevations, but they will pick back up for tonight and then into Wednesday and Thursday. So for tonight after 4 p.m., 35-mile-per-hour gusts for the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Pendleton, and Walla Walla. For tomorrow, now you see the Yakima Valley getting in on the fun, 35 to 40 miles per hour for the valley and for the basin and foothills. And then for tomorrow night, still the winds going strong. I'm thinking by Thursday, it's still going to be breezy out there, but we'll be on the downswing at that point. Okay. Temperatures this morning, 40s and 50s for lower elevations. Does not feel half bad out there. And highs are going to be pretty similar to what we have for this morning, 40s and 50s, but highs getting into the 60s for Wednesday and Thursday. Could be closer to 65 degrees in the Tri-Cities for Wednesday. Now, in the Yakima Valley, we'll round up for Thursday. We'll just round 58 up to 60 degrees, but well above average for this time of the year. That's why snow levels are so high. That's why we're getting so much rain in the mountains. And I'll talk about the rain in the mountains and the subsequent flooding risk from that. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
All right, talking local sports now. Tri-Cities Prep won the 2B state football championship this weekend over Toledo. Yeah, the Jaguars beat Toledo 47-24, playing on the University of Washington's home field in Seattle. The win caps off a perfect 14-0 season for Tri-Cities Prep. It's the school's first football state championship since 2009 when they played in the 8-man football division.
You know, start of the year, you have goals and ambitions, and as a coach, you never are sure if you're going to be able to reach those things and help your players get to their goals of getting there. And I think once that, you know, when the whistle blew and the kids are celebrating and living their best life in that moment, just really special. Yeah.
The Tri-Cities Prep community also traveled to Seattle, and the coach praised the community for making the state title game feel like a home game. More sports this morning. DeSales Catholic High School defeated Liberty Christian 26-14 in the 8-man 1B state football championship. After being knocked out of the playoffs last season by Liberty Christian, DeSales got the revenge in the state title game. This was the school's first appearance in the state title game since switching to the 1B division back in 2007. And a nearly century-old Yakima sports tradition is still rolling. And it's still making a big impact on young athletes across the valley. So yesterday, the Parker Youth and Sports Foundation awarded more than $23,000 in grants, and it all goes towards improving youth athletics throughout the Yakima Valley. The foundation's history stretches back to 1937, when Shirley D. Parker founded Yakima's first professional baseball team and built Parker Field. The grants help cover equipment, travel costs, and program expansion for groups like First Tee Central Washington. The foundation also provides scholarships and supports upgrade projects at Parker Field and Larson Park, places that have shaped Yakima sports for generations. All right, keep it here, because coming up next, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all on the other side of the break.
More Furniture has partnered with local nonprofit organizations to help our customers remove unwanted furniture from their homes. When you replace a room with More, we'll pick up your old items and donate them locally. Simply make a purchase, snap a photo of your donation, and we'll take care of the rest when your new items are delivered. What could be more win-win than clearing your space and making a difference in your community? Visit your local showroom for details.
Life. It's a crazy thing when you think about it. It's either about making memories or remembering those moments that matter most. Broadmoor RV has been serving families and its community in the Pacific Northwest for over 20 years. From travel trailers to toy haulers, truck campers, motorhomes, and fifth wheels, we have what you need to start creating memories with the ones you love. So get out there and make those memories last a lifetime. Broadmoor RV. We make camping fun.
At Bruce Heating and Air,
Your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Merry Christmas to you and yours from Daikin, everyone at Bruce Heating and Air. We're proud to be in your community. We wish you a safe holiday and all the best in the new year.
Cle Elum offers something special in every season.
An absolute adventure. Every single day is different. It's that sense of community, I would say, that really drives us. It's why we want to live here. It's what we love the most about being here.
It's a really beautiful small town with mountains and everything you ever want to do or adventure.
There are a lot of great restaurants, a few wineries. There's a lot to do and see here. Cheers to Cle Elum.
Learn more at centralwashingtonoutdoor.com.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and clearer skin, I'm all in. With Skyrizi, I saw dramatically clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
With Skyrizi, nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Next live, Mila Kunis from the latest Knives Out mystery. Plus High Potential's Taryn Killam. And it's Gift Bargains Week.
And they look very cool on you.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Fly the Northwest with the ladies of WSU Crew tonight at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's going to continue to be a First Alert weather day through Sunday as we'll have moderate flooding of the Natchez and the Yakima rivers. Here's the atmospheric setup. The atmospheric river that is taking shape right now in the Pacific, taking aim at the Washington Cascade. So let's put this into motion, at least over the next 48 hours with Futurecast radar. And this is one of those days where I can just step off the screen and let it play through. Lots of rain chances today, all throughout the day. Now trending drier, admittedly, as we head into the evening, and lower elevation is going to be much drier into Wednesday and Thursday. But pay attention to the Cascades here. Just unrelenting rain and some higher elevation snow as well, but moderate to heavy precip at times. And again, all that stuff is just going to fill up the Yakima Basin, and as that happens, the river levels are going to rise. Okay, let's hone in on today, Tuesday, for the Tri-Cities, your umbrella cast, and the best chances of you needing the umbrella are going to be right around dinner time. So, but we'll have rain chances all throughout the day. And you can see rain chances all throughout the day for your specific home address by downloading the First Alert, the Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app, free in the App Store or on Google Play. A good deal drier for lower elevations, like I was showing with Futurecast for Wednesday and Thursday. Completely dry for Friday and Saturday. And we'll start to ramp back up the action again in the next week, but we will focus in on that next week. First, we got to deal with this. Rainfall totals from this morning through Saturday afternoon, still another 5 to 7 inches for the Cascades. And again, as all that rain accumulates, it eventually goes down into the basin and those river levels do rise. Okay, and then in terms of snowfall, not expecting too much from this morning through late this evening, maybe another couple inches for our Blue Mountain passes and for some of our Cascade passes as well, but of course more so concerned about the rain and the flooding potential. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Potential for river flooding along the Yakima Thursday through Sunday, especially in West Richland. And Yakima, moderate river flooding along the Natchez and Yakima today through Friday. And then in Ellensburg, also tracking the potential of moderate river flooding Tuesday through Friday. For Hermiston, rain likely today, winds picking up tonight into tomorrow. And finally for Walla Walla, rain likely today. Then a bit drier for Wednesday and Thursday, but look at those temperatures for Wednesday and Thursday, 64 and 60 respectively. That is way above average for this time of the year. All right, now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a new twist in the Murdaugh murders case. Becky Hill, the county clerk who read off Alec Murdaugh's guilty verdict after he was convicted of murdering his wife and son.
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Is now pleading guilty to charges of her own, including obstruction of justice and perjury for showing sealed court exhibits to reporters and lying about it under oath. The former county clerk, also accused of giving herself bonuses, pled guilty to 2 counts of misconduct in office. Charges Alec Murdaugh's legal team say will hopefully help their case to appeal for a retrial.
I hope they understand that when she pleads guilty to various misconduct allegations, but more importantly, pleads guilty to lying to a judge about what she did during the trial, I think that speaks volumes and shows people Alec Murdaugh did not get a fair trial.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what this case could mean for that appeal. With your GMA First Look, I'm Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Right now, living with COPD is hard, but more could be going on. And here is how you find out. Your COPD may be different, and Nucala could help. The inflammation triggering your flare-ups could be caused by eosinophils. Nucala helps target that inflammation. And it's the only once-monthly auto-injector for COPD you can do right at home. Picture less flare-ups and less flare-up-related hospital visits. Nucala is an add-on injection for uncontrolled COPD with a specific marker of inflammation. Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop other medicines, including steroids, unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. It may cause back pain, diarrhea, and cough. Right now, it may be time for something different. Ask your doctor about Nucala.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines. The United Nations is making huge cuts to its emergency aid budget for next year. That money helps people affected by war and natural disasters. The UN Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs said the goal for its 2026 fundraising appeal, which just began, is to raise $23 billion. That's about half the $47 billion that are requested in 2025 and failed to meet. The UN only raised $12 billion for its emergency humanitarian aid budget in 2025. A big reason for that is due to reductions in funding by the United States and Europe. The Trump administration has cut at least $1 billion of aid to the UN and questioned its value. European countries, including Britain, the Netherlands, and Sweden, have also reduced UN funding to focus on other domestic priorities. In your business news this morning, the U.S. is lifting export controls on certain AI chips heading to China. In a social media post yesterday, President Trump announced NVIDIA can ship its H200 chips to approved Chinese customers. The advanced chips are used to power artificial intelligence systems. He also suggested 25% of revenue from the sales will be paid to the U.S. government. The announcement follows Trump's recent meeting with NVIDIA's CEO, and it praised the plan, calling it thoughtful, balance that is great for America. Trump said similar terms may soon apply to other American chip companies. In your health headlines, the federal government is recalling a popular children's toy. The Consumer Product Safety Commission announced last week the recall of Create on Crayola branded Pip Cubes. The cubes contain magnets that can become loose, and that could cause harm to children if they swallow them. The magnetic building cubes were sold in sets of 24 or 27 cubes, and the 24-piece sets were sold at Michael's stores around the country and through Michael's website. The 27-piece sets were sold online at Amazon, and people who have the magnet set should either throw it away or return it to the store for a refund. Talking sports now. On Sunday, 5-time All-Star second baseman Jeff Kent was elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Kent was named on 14 of 16 ballots, 2 more than needed for induction. Kent batted .290 with 377 homers and over 1,500 RBIs over 17 seasons with Toronto, the New York Mets, Cleveland, San Francisco, Houston, and the LA Dodgers. He'll be inducted at the Hall in Cooperstown, New York on July 26th, along with anyone else chosen by the Baseball Writers Association of America. Now to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. First up, fire crews responded to Porter's Real Barbecue in Richland yesterday morning, and this was after reports of smoke and a burning plastic smell inside the banquet room. Crews did not find an active fire, but they did discover light smoke. Crews checked the building, and the restaurant was able to reopen for the rest of the day. Also, deputies responded to a vehicle fire in a canal off East Edison Road just outside of Sunnyside on Saturday. When firefighters put out the flames, they found one person inside who did not survive. The driver is believed to be a 21-year-old man from Sunnyside, although his actual identity still has not yet been officially confirmed. Investigators say speed caused the car to lose control, shear off a guardrail on the canal bridge, and end up in the water before catching fire. The Washington State Patrol responded just before 3:45 p.m. on Saturday to a crash near the Wapato city limits. Troopers say a southbound train struck a pickup truck that was traveling southwest on North Wapato Avenue. Both men inside the truck, a 29-year-old and a 32-year-old, were both pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators say the truck did not stop at the railway crossing before the collision, and the investigation into why is still ongoing. Looking ahead today, Yakima County leaders are taking public comments on the county's 5-year homeless housing strategic plan. The hearing begins this morning at 10 in the county commissioner's basement conference room. There is a Zoom option available, and the plan will outline long-term goals and strategies for addressing homelessness, and it also guides how funding decisions will be made. County leaders say public feedback is crucial as they work to finalize the next phase of the region's response. Finally, drivers in Richland will continue to see lane closures this week as crews finish the South George Washington Way improvements project. The city says recent wind and rain delayed the final striping, pushing the work through December 14th. The largest impacts are expected Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That's when crews will install the last of the striping and a new crosswalk at G-Way and Columbia Point Drive. Columbia Point Drive will be closed with detours in place, and some lanes on G-Way may temporarily shut down as crews work. Officials are reminding drivers to slow down, follow the posted signs, and watch for workers in that area. Now, trending this morning, people in the northern U.S. could get quite a treat tonight.
Probably not us, though. Scientists say some solar activity might make the northern lights visible. Now, that's just a prediction and not guaranteed. You could say that about pretty much my whole job. But if you want to look for the aurora, check around midnight.
Other times you could see the phenomenon are just after sunset and before sunrise, and states with the best chance of visible auroras include Alaska, Idaho, Maine, Michigan, New York, Wisconsin, and right here in Washington. Parts of 15 states in total are within the possible viewing area. Just get away from the light pollution, go out to the boondocks, anywhere, and try to see it.
But just because you're within the possible viewing area does not mean you'll see it, especially if there are clouds. And we're going to have a lot of those because we got a lot of rain, we got a lot of winds, got a lot of weather to talk about. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Current wind gusts for this morning. You see they're calming down right now for lower elevations. They will start to ramp back up after 4 p.m. this afternoon. Right now, temperatures not feeling that bad at all, at least for lower elevations with 40s and 50s. Rain and snow still continuing in the Cascades, and some light rainfall down towards Hermiston, up throughout Pendleton, Walla Walla, and into the Blue Mountains. Big weather stories, moderate river flooding through Sunday, windy for tonight into Wednesday and Thursday, and getting a little toasty, at least for this time of the year, with highs getting into the 60s for Wednesday and Thursday. Again, a first alert weather day through Sunday for that potential of moderate river flooding. We're already in the moderate flood stage for the Natchez River near Natchez. And so what does that mean? Here's what it means. Moderate flooding is possible from Cliffdale downstream to Yakima per the National Weather Service Pendleton official river forecast. So remember, the best advice I have to give when it comes to specifically flooded over roadways, turn around, don't drown. It's alliteration, and it could save your life.
Absolutely. Just, skirt.
If you can't see the bottom, if you think it's too deep to drive through, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
All great tips, and you can find all those tips on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. And thank you guys for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. Again, you can find all that on our website.
Hey, Good Morning America is up next, and we'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great and a safe day.